and reliving. That's all.
Don't get my ashy ankles. Made me kick off my shoes. Got so heavy.
Okay.
So we took a small break. It did get a little heavy. And when you're talking about walking in and your mom and the pills were there, hit a little heavy for me and close to home. I heard you speaking, but I was in that visual. So we needed to stop and take a break, and we're going to continue. So your mom, you saw the pills.
So my mom's just laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I see the pills. It's just me and her. I'm panicking, and I don't know what to do. But I called 911, and they told me asked me what's going on. So they end up coming. Excuse me. When they came, they put her on the gurney. Mm-hmm. My mom's was like semi-unconscious at this point. She probably don't even remember herself that this part happened. So they put her on the gurney, and it ruined my night. I was trying to go and have a good time and fun with my homies, but instead I stopped there, and then my whole night changed. So I go downstairs. They took her on the gurney. I follow my mom in the ambulance. We go right to Montefiore on Gun Hill in the Bronx, and I park the car. I go inside. The ambulance pulls her inside, and I go in, and I'm upset at this point. I'm extremely upset at this point, but I'm not boisterous to my mom or letting her know I'm upset. I'm just upset on the inside because you're my mom. Why are you about to commit suicide? You know, at this point, my brother was still alive and everything was fine. What did you see? You know, so I was very upset that this happened. So I'm sitting there talking to her, and then the doctor comes in and gives her a cup like this big. The cup looked like black ink.
The charcoal.
So I'm sitting like this, and I'm upset. And my mom's is behind me in the gurney. And we're talking, but I'm upset. I'm talking to her, but I'm looking this way, and my mom's behind me. But I'm just talking to her like she's in front of me because I'm upset that what she tried to do. So she was just making me understand her place, what was going through her mind to make her take the pills, and why she felt justified on why she was gonna commit suicide, and she was justifying it on why. Yes, it was upsetting me more because in my mind, I'm like, I've been through a lot myself, and as a black race, we've been through a lot ourselves. So why do you come to a point that you feel like you gotta commit suicide, and it's something very trivial? It's not nothing major where you're about to lose your life, and it was something very trivial why you want to check out. So
trivial to you.
To me.
Okay.
Right. I know how that go. It was right. It was trivial to me.
And I understand the anger on your part. I get it. Like, yo, shit, what the hell? And sometimes that bag you carrying, that weight you carrying, is breaking your back. It's breaking your spine, and you don't want to carry it no more. Yeah.
My mom tells me that all the time. So I'm talking to her, and this is after the doctor gives her the charcoal to drink. So when I'm talking to her...
Why won't you look at her when you're talking?
Because I was just so upset. I didn't want to see her face. So...
You're angry with her?
Angry. Very angry that I don't have a father. You know, my biological father brought me in this world, but he was never there. Like a ghost I've seen him 2 times in my entire life. So I never had a father. I don't know what that feels like to have a father. So all I have is my mom as my parent.
And she wants to give up.
And then she wants to give up. At that point, I'm an adult. Now, at that point in life, I had 1 kid. And I just didn't understand why you want to check out. You know,
Let me ask you something. I'm sitting in the shoes. I don't want to say as your mother, but in that position, right? So you're angry. I nearly commit suicide, and now I'm here. How do we meet in the middle? You can't look at me because you're angry. The way I'm reading that, see, I knew he hated me. I should have just left. Even though you're not looking at me, what she needed and what she wanted in that moment, and it's hard. These emotions, you can't turn them off. She needed to just be held, hugged, and say, I love you. Please don't leave me. You're angry. I know. But the message, sitting there in the ER, charcoal lined stomach to make sure that there's poison in me and to get it out, and you sitting here angry. So now you angry, and now I'm angry. And now I'm sitting here while I'm here plotting the next time. Because this motherfucker don't love me. Look, he's pissed at me. I know I should have left.
Right. And I was even more mad, to be honest, when I actually turned around. And when I turned around and talked to her, it's like when you have a little kid, they drink milk, and they have the white little lining around their mouth because they drink the milk.
She has the charcoal.
She has the charcoal around her lip, around her mouth. Has no clue that it's there. When I saw that, I said, all right, I'll talk to you later. I'm going. And I left. And if you look at that moment in time, I hear exactly what you're saying. But as a person, we don't have any training on how do you deal with a person who nearly commits suicide, and what do you say to them, and how do you caress them, how do you console? I didn't have that. So all it was anger. Like, why are you leaving? Why are you committing suicide? Why are you trying to commit? That's all that was there. I had no training. I was going off freestyle. It was just how I'm dealing with you at the moment.
And as you're saying that and responding like that, it's real. Because I can, as you're saying it, I can see my now 29-year-old responding that way.
Right.
Because it's like, yeah, I love, like, yo, what are you doing? That's how he talks. Yo, what are you doing? And it's not, that's how he responds. What he likes to tell me is, you can't be mad at me because I'm not responding the way you want me to respond. This is how I talk. Yeah. And that's real.
Right.
It doesn't mean the message I'm receiving is still different.
Right.
Because you're right, you're not equipped. You ain't got no book to tell me, okay, when she does this, do this.
Yeah. You don't know how to react.
And so
that's the thing.
I want to ask you this, as we're talking from your side and my side, right?
Right.
Sometimes, even when I'm talking to my husband, I know he's giving me the answers he thinks I need to hear. He's not an emotional person. He'll hug me. But I want to know the emotional roller coaster ride that we take you on. The emotional, today I'm good, tomorrow I'm depressed, and you're looking at me like, what is she feeling today? Are there times, and I'm asking honestly, are there times you're like, yo, just fucking do it so I don't have to deal with this shit anymore?
Never does it cross our mind ever to just do the shit because I'm tired. No.
Because I've heard people say...
No, I've never personally been in that position where I say, oh, just do it. No.
No, not that you would say it. Do you feel it?
No.
Because that's what we think. That we think. We think we're a burden. We think, oh my God. Either we think don't have the conversation with them because I know they're sick of this, but we're still dealing with it. I've heard others say, people that act like they're going to commit suicide, they're not. They're just attention seekers. And when people have these conversations at work, when you have them amongst your friends, the groups that y'all are talking in, someone in that group is a sufferer and you don't know. So when I hear people say, or they're always talking about suicide, they're not going to do it. Thank God. Thank God we may not. But the point is, sometimes that anger and pain gets dark. Some people do it to prove a point. And what a stupid point that is to prove, right?
Oh, man.
Because this is some people's own family. Mm-hmm. If you turn on the news today and you hear a celebrity or this person or that person committed suicide, yo, that's so fucked up. That's so fucking selfish. They got a child. They only thinking about themselves. They got all that goddamn money. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the money.
Nothing. It's all about how you feel at the moment. And I realize that because I have family members who are suicidal. Mm-hmm. And I have a brother who actually went all the way and committed suicide. And I can tell you firsthand by being I'm just a survivor. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been through a lot of obstacles was thrown against me, but as a survivor, I look at it like this person has a lot of issues within themselves that they feel that, it's not equivalent to maybe how other people are living or better. So, my brother used to ask me a lot of questions. When someone passes, you look back and say, try to look back at all the conversations that you had. Like, did I miss something? Like, wait a minute.
This is a constant thing for you now.
It's a constant thing.
Like looking at the signs he might have left?
Yeah, because, and here it is 3 years later, and there was no signs. Mm-hmm. Not one. So my whole reason for talking to you and expressing to you of what I've dealt with personally in this planet, because I know everybody got problems, I know, but this is a different type of problem that all of us deal with, but are not accustomed to dealing with. And I would say that at this point, the people that are actually committing suicide, suicide is very heavy because, of course, it's the person that they may think nothing's right in how they perceive life.
That's the word, perceive.
And they want to just feel like, you know what? It's like a job. Mm-hmm. I don't like this job. I'm out of here. Mm-hmm. It's almost like that's how you treat life. That's how you treat life.
Don't make a permanent decision for a temporary situation.
Right.
And so I try to say that a lot. And all these catchphrases actually make sense. It's what makes sense when it's dark.
Yeah.
And how do you reach when you imagine it to being heavily sedated from surgery? Heavily sedated, and then they come out and they shake you. Come on. Mm-hmm. You're out of surgery. You're okay. Mm-hmm. Picture no one's asking you if you're okay. And you got to now shake yourself out of that anesthesia. But the room is dark and you need to see what room I'm in. So not only are you shaking yourself out of that anesthesia, you got to make it to turn on the light. That's it's not so much understanding it before the surgery. It's when the lights go dark. How do you shake yourself out of it? And how do you make it to turn that light back on?
Yeah.
When the light is on.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm grateful that you wanted to sit with me and that you're willing to sit with me, especially now, because one of the things, I have a family member, a male, who was in this situation, right? And I remember being in the emergency room and I'm speaking to the nurse, and one of the things she said is, with suicide and males, suicide, depression, all of it, bad. But when a male is thinking about suicide, more chances than not, he is going to successfully complete that task. Because males do not communicate their feelings. They don't talk about depression. with anyone, much less another guy or somebody, and they don't seek help. Yeah. So once a guy, a male is to that point of depression and suicidal thoughts start coming, if it's not caught, chances are they will act and complete that task more percentage-wise than a female.
Wow.
Because females are more vocal. We are more emotional. We'll talk to girlfriends. We'll go to our partners. We'll go to seek help.
Yeah.
Males do not.
Right.
And not all, most. And so I think the timing of this conversation is important because of COVID, because the depression rate is at an all-time high. People are losing jobs. People can't keep a roof over their home. They have kids to provide for. On top of losing a job. And now, one of the things I read yesterday, a coworker, I have a group that I'm a part of, and a coworker wrote, I need help. Mm-hmm. I am depressed, and now without a job, I don't have insurance. I can't even pay to go get counseling. What do I do? Asking for, in an open forum, I'm asking, can anybody reach out and help me? Mm-hmm. What do you do?